Warrior actually has a tier 1 deck right now in top 1000 Legend, and no, it's not Managerial Warrior, it's actually Enrage Warrior. Enrage Warrior is definitely a super powerful deck, but it's far from simple and intuitive, so you need to really know what you're doing with it in order to do well with it. In this video, I will give you a quick guide about it, show you its matchups, as well as some of the games on our last coaching session with it. So if you're serious about Hearthstone, drop a like and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget you can hire me for some Hearthstone coaching. Now, let's check out the deck.
You are not prepared!
Like I said, it's tier 1 in top 1000 right now. Even though the stats are kinda skewed only for the last one day, you can see people like Gabby right now trying to reach rank 1 legend on Europe with it, so it definitely is worth it. This is the variant we used on the last session, and it has a few key differences, but the main one is you have a single copy of Instrument Tech, which really helps you tether out your weapons faster. There are similar variants of the deck, some running things like School Teacher, or a second copy of the Card Draw Guy, or just 2 copies of Acolyte, but all around it's pretty close. And there's even a variant with Blazing Power, which can also be quite powerful, as well as if you time it correctly. What the deck consists of is the newly buffed Rift package, which can be extremely strong, and you have Verse Rift, which is not a bad way to remove some stuff, but it's also a very cheap way to repeat your expensive rifts, like Bridge Rift, which is insanely powerful. We also have Chorus Rift, which pulls out a minion and gives it +3/+3, which is kinda huge. And you can again use it to repeat your Bridge Rift, which is just a lot of stats, including defensive and offensive. We have a couple of eggs, which are easy targets for things like Sanguine Depths, but you can also buff them nicely with things like Anima Extractor, and also with the weapon, which can be huge. The location also helps you ping down your own stuff, but you can also use it offensively for the opponent's things. Sunfury Champion is basically like a second Wild Pyromancer, and you use it to actually trigger off your own things, but you could also obviously use it to kill off opponent's stuff. Anima Extractor can be extremely strong, and you can really pump up the buffs out of this if you have a decently sized board, comboed off with something like a Wild Pyromancer or Sunfury Champion. And also if this thing receives the +3/+3 from Chorus Rift, it becomes extremely annoying because most opponents cannot deal with it efficiently. Embers of Strength is a great fire spell that can also be tempoed out with something like Sunfury Champion, and with the swing of a weapon, everything becomes quite large quite fast. And preferably you do that on turn 6, but you can sometimes do it even sooner just for the stats. Instrument Tech helps you draw out the weapon, Roaring Applause helps you draw a little bit more, and you don't really have that many tribes in this deck. You do have your Wild Pyromancer, which is an undead, and also Foul Leg is an undead, and the chicken out of it also has a beast and undead tag. But if you only have a single chicken on the board, it's not gonna draw you for 2 tribes, it only chooses 1. But I'm assuming if you actually have 2 chickens, it is gonna draw you an extra card like that. Also, Toribelor is also an elemental/beast, so that's also a tribe, but that's about it for the things that draw cards for Roaring Applause. Wild Pyromancer is basically like a second Sunfury Champion, even though it's a little bit easier to trigger because you don't need to actually use only fire spells. Acolyte of Pain draws you a bit of extra cards. Chorus Rift can give you a good amount of stats for some very essential minions, and you obviously want to use it to repeat your other rifts. Imbued axes are pretty nice, and you don't necessarily even need to infuse them. You honestly actually rarely do. So don't slow down your plays, just so you can get an extra attack. It's really not that worth it. Light of the Phoenix is an excellent fire spell that usually comes down to 0, and is a great way to proc some AoE damage. Toribelor became extremely powerful now, because it no longer has a limit to how many times it gets revived, so with all of your fire spells you can keep on reviving this over and over again, which would be a maximum of 4 because your only fire spell would be Light of the Phoenix as well as Embers. 5 mana Bridge is absolutely OP, and repeating it over and over again is just super powerful. Decimator Ogre is also pretty nice, especially if you actually have a full board with damaged minions. And it also counts enemy damaged minions, so you can have an extremely big Olgra, and let's not forget she can also get buffed from things like Chorus Rift, as well as your Anima Extractor. Nowadays, Olgra actually attacks in a random order, but she used to actually attack in the order of which things got played. And that meant it went face first because the hero got played on turn 0 technically. But nowadays it's just random, so don't try to factor in any logic towards how Olgra's gonna act. And it's also on damaged minions, not damaged champions, so don't think it's gonna get that extra +1 for you being damaged. Remornia Living Blade is also pretty powerful, and again, slapping tons of buffs on it could be extremely powerful. And you also might want to be a little bit sneaky with Remornia, because if there's only 1 minion on the board, and you rush into it with Remornia, you might prefer to actually hold off swinging with the weapon, so you don't lose it to a hard removal like Asphyxiate, Obliterate, or that kind of deal basically. But if there's more than one minions on the board, you can just rush into one, slap with the weapon after that, rush again, and keep it back in hand, and you're not even gonna be able to attack anymore because you already swung that turn. And we also have Growmash at the end, which is an absolute beast, especially if you combo it off with the location. And again, you can make this into an absolute unit with all of the Anima Extractor or Chorus Rift buffs. A very rookie mistake you could be doing with this deck is to attack with your minions first and then realize you're also swinging with the Imbued Axe. So always ask yourself, are you swinging with that weapon that turn, especially if your minions are damaged. Another rookie mistake with this one would be to use your Verse Riff without really needing to, instead of actually saving it so you can actually repeat things like Bridge Riff with it. All around, like I said, the deck is far from simple, so you definitely need to keep an open mind about how you need to be playing this one, but you also need to know what your game plan against different matchups is. For instance, if you're against control matchups, like let's say Blood DK or Control Priest, you might want to actually hold off playing your big, straight to the face minions, so you can maybe potentially make a very big Anima Extractor and actually OTK opponents from hand like that. But you also don't want to be losing too much tempo against them, because if you go too slow, they're also just gonna start tempoing out themselves, and you might find yourself in a bad position. Matchup wise, here's what the stats show in Legend. And Blood Death Knight and Outcast Demon Hunter are not your best friends, and same can be said for Face Hunter, any kind of priest, and also most warlocks. Secret and Miracle Rogue are under 50, and same goes for Menagerie Warrior, Totem Shaman, and Pure Pally. But again, this is actually a tier 1 deck in top 1000 Legend, and the reason for that is most of these decks don't really play out too much in those ranks. I'd assume it does face a fair amount of control priests, but again, if you have a straight plan against them, you should be fine, in most cases at least. For the mulligan, going first, here's what the stats show, and here your instrument deck is actually a great keep, and same can be said for things like Tori Belor, the Egg, Anima Extractor can also be great on tempo, and even a 5-mana Bridge Riff might make the cut. The location is great, as well as the weapon, but you're probably not gonna keep both weapon and tech. Embers can also be a keep, and Chorus Riff also makes sense in most cases. But when going second, you're gonna notice that your instrument deck is actually a lot lower on the keep list. People still keep it 90% of the time, and I do believe there is a good reason to it, but it only has 45% here, so it's kinda weird. I don't know, I can't really say if it's super accurate or not, but it does definitely make you think. Maybe an Enrage Warrior expert could enlighten me on this one. The Bridge Riff is still amazing, Anima Extractor as well, and it seems like Roaring Applause is a bit more keepable here as well, even though I'm not really sure it makes enough sense. Tori Belor definitely still great, but that's about it basically. Anyway, that's it for the deck. It's not very expensive, but it's not very cheap nor simple, so if you're up for the challenge, you might want to give it a go. We don't know how the mini set is gonna affect this deck in particular, but I'm still assuming it should remain a powerful deck. Now let's check out the coaching session with a dude that actually has some sort of ADHD or something like that, who was very passionate about this deck and definitely knew what he was doing. So please don't go at him because he talked a bit too fast, as well as talked over me in some cases. Because in the end, we definitely had a very productive session with him, and both were happy with the end result.
See, I think sort of my problem is I like to be more consistent, and I like to get like 11 stars frequently, so I can just get quickly into Legend.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good. Right now, it is actually positive with a decent sample size in top 1000, so you got that going for you, which is nice.
I have already more than 300 games with this deck, so.
Okay, but
I've been playing Enrage Warrior since like December, so I am quite familiar with this archetype.
Okay, but let's not skip the mulligan phase entirely. Let's still just talk it out, you know?
Oh, okay, no problem. I'm very automatic with everything I do, sorry.
Well, I mean, am I here just to witness how you play it?
No, sorry, my problem. Sorry.
Okay. So, what are we doing?
See, okay, I'm gonna go slow. Sorry, my bad.
Okay. Here's your first mistake. You do not want to be this automatic. Do you already know what you're playing against? We're against Blood DK, for instance.
Yeah, my plan is I'm just trying to find on turn 5 or turn 6. I want to have I have Ramonia in hand, and I want to have like a big minion in hand, and I want to have Sun Fury, a fire spell, preferably Empress of Strength, and the Anima. And then if I have like weapon in hand as well, my board will be like too large for Blood Boil to clear, so he will have to get Corpse Explosion, and then it'll get multiple triggers of the Anima Extractor, which will buff my weapon or my Ulcra, which will then allow me to close the distance on a huge health pool. But like that, when I have like a huge minion in hand, that's sort of the plan. But otherwise, just curving out and getting sort of just being ahead on the tempo is oftentimes like good enough against like slow decks because we have like repeated plays of the bridge riff, which will allow us to get like a board that's like two.
It really sounds like you're fucking coaching me right now. Okay, you know your shit, that's for sure. You know what you're doing with the deck.
No,
But, it sounds like you know pretty much everything about this deck. Are you sure you're gonna get the most out of me coaching you when you have 300 games with it and I have 0?
No, as I said in the Metafy, what I was trying to get out of the coaching was my mentality is often very bad. I make stupid mistakes. So I was just thinking if you could just...
Okay, I get it. It's not gonna be the typical coaching session where I optimize your plays, it's gonna be more of how you approach things. And the first thing I can tell, you're playing way too fast. And even though you're probably gonna do the correct play most of the times, you're probably also gonna neglect some potential good play you could have done if you just took an extra second to think about it.
Yeah,
So, so far this is the first thing I can see right off the bat.
Yeah, I have been to other coaching sessions, and that in those coaching sessions it was more like just finding weaknesses in my play and not necessarily sort of teaching me how to play decks and stuff. I'm so sorry. I misunderstood like how what your style you were going for. My bad.
I mean, I usually go for a style where we discuss the play before we actually go for it and actually talk out what's the benefits, pros, cons, and all of that stuff. But
yeah. Okay, so I have so. For example, this situation, I have weapon in hand. What would you do?
You could also get a repeat from the last riff as well.
Yeah.
But not a very well timed one. I don't know, are you going to be using that location or are we just saving it for when we actually get the anima? Because right now it's not looking super amazing, is it?
So I could, if with the weapon in hand, and I could I could play the Sun Fury, and then I get if I play the weapon and the Sun Fury, I get the finale on the riff, which allows me to trade into the school teacher, I guess.
Yeah, but do we really care about trading too much against this guy? That's the real question.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess you can go ahead and do that. Let's try like that, sure. Okay. Yeah, I guess it's a very decent board state to be having right now, so... Couple of really good minions to be buffing once the anima actually decides to pop by. We did lose... I mean, our Sun Fury is on the board now, so he can deal with it, but you still have your Wild Pyromancer, so it should be acceptable.
Yeah.
Well, the trade into the 2-3 happened just so we can get an even bigger tech and also ensure that the 4-4 lasts longer, so right now he doesn't really have a great way of clearing this. Because he still doesn't have his corpses. Okay, interesting. Ready? What do you think you're doing here?
My first thought is just playing the Olga on curve, like capitalizing that his turn was very slow, so I can just continue pressuring him. Maybe he has like my Olga would be at what 7 HP after my weapon swing. So no, at like 9 HP. So I'm just thinking about what's the like deal 6 damage lifesteal card that he could maybe clear it with, but like it's safe from that. It's turn 6. He only has like he will have 3 corpses, which is not enough for like corpse explosion. So I think it seems like the Olga would be sticky. I don't know.
Would be great if the Ogre actually attacks it to the 5-2 before it swings face so the damage actually sticks. I'm okay with the Ogre here, sure, let's try that. Keep on pressuring before he gets the real good answers. Well, dog shit. Sag.
It is what it is, 50-50 chance.
True. Oh god. Well, that's unfortunate. But at least you didn't steal it.
I have a good tempo answer. Just deal.
Do you though? Like, didn't we say we're gonna be trying to saving that for a potential lethal out later? Are you sure we want to be wasting our imbued X right now?
Yeah, you're probably correct. We want to save the Harmonia for
we're
when
already somewhat on I think we're already somewhat ahead on this board anyway, so why not just draw a couple of cards with Phoenix?
Yeah, that sounds good. Even use my I can even pyro.
Should we though? What does that give us?
If I pyro Roaring Applause, it gives me the same effect as Light of the Phoenix, but like maybe I want to save the Light of the Phoenix for when I have Thorpilor. I don't know.
Okay, sure. With 2 Pyromancer, I can see that happening. Let's try like that. You could also swing so the guy actually does not die right now. So maybe face straight into the 5/4.
Yeah.
Face straight into the 5/4. Play a light, a Phoenix. Go face with the 7 and location on the 5 and I don't know, hero power perhaps.
That sounds like a very good use of my mana.
Well, the hero power was kind of whatever at this point, but swinging there to actually postpone Pyromancer from dying might be pretty cool right now, because he's not gonna use Blood Bowl on this shit, is he? Oh man, he is. Well, does that help him that much though? I would...
Kick me!
Okay, well that's unfortunate. Mildly
yeah.
unfortunate. Where that anima, by the way? Like bottom 13? There you go. Okay, so now we can really start cooking, right?
Yeah. Yeah. We can. So I'm thinking I can see like a good use of my mana would be to maybe Anima, Acolyte, Sun Fury, like so I can get like 3 draws out of Light of the Phoenix with my Acolyte, but like, yeah, because like how to spend my mana, it's precisely 8 mana. I don't know.
Light of Phoenix should be 0 after that, right? Yeah, I think it's good. Anima into Acolyte. So play the Anima, play the Acolyte.
I want to like Sun Fury into Light of the Phoenix or something.
I think I like it, but if you go with Pyro, you're still gonna be able to both Riff and Light of Phoenix, because Light would go down to 0, right?
However, I think it's better if I try to use the Verse Rift to repeat the Bridge Rift.
Okay, do it your way, but...
No,
do it your way and let's see how it goes. I don't know, man. I think the way... I think my play was better here because it was killing the 7-1, so no lifesteal for him, and you also had a second shot at AoEing the whole... the whole board. So I think you overvalue the Bridge Rift, especially in this matchup. In this matchup, the Bridge Rift is kind of useless. So
yeah, because
I definitely believe Wild Paro into Riff into 0 mana card draw was the far better play here.
Because you get two procs of the Wild Paro.
Exactly. I mean, I did tell you we were getting 2 procs, and you your justification was that you're saving it for a second Riff, but the second Bridge Rift is not worth. No, wow, this guy left your Anima Extractor. Is he drugs? Wait a moment.
Drugs? I don't have lethal just yet. Maybe just double Anima and get procs of the Pyro. I don't know.
What, you have lethal here?
Do I? I have 12.
No, you said it. I don't know.
I said I don't have lethal.
There must be a way.
Anyways, so what I'm thinking, I don't know, is I can play. I don't know. I can empty my hand, so I only have good minions that get buffed. I don't know.
Yeah, let's go with Anima Extractor.
I want to play
Pyromancer as well. 2 mana Pyromancer as well. 1 mana Foul Leg, sure.
Do I want to play the Echo? Do I just want to Bridge Rift this? I don't know.
Well, it is gonna guarantee this only lands on good minions, and you're gonna draw a bunch of cards. So yeah, Foul Leg into Verse Riff. Do it. Do it, quick.
Yeah.
Go face with the 1/1 Acolyte before it dies.
Yeah, good call.
Ooh,
sexy weapon, I guess.
Oh boy. Are we using the... I think you should have used the location there.
Because I have another one in hand, of course. Yeah.
Not only, because you would have gotten an extra proc on this 2/4 before it's gone.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah. What? Yeah. Oh, he's probably just gonna use the dude, the Twisting Nether guy. Oh, never mind.
Oh my goodness, G fucking G, bro. Are you freaking kidding me? This is gonna be gorgeous. Okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's exactly what you were talking about, but
No,
definitely.
I'm not talking about what happens correctly, but like I made some stupid mistakes that you called me out on, and that's
That's exactly what I'm saying as well. Like you had a very
yeah.
good game plan since the beginning of the game, but you did have some less than optimal executions, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. You need to slow down your play, really precise it. Wow, this guy knew what's up.
And already, because like you asked me, are you coaching me or are you? Because like I need to be coached because as you see, I'm not a good player, you know.
Yeah, you talk real fast. Do you have like some kind of? It's not condition. Like English is obviously my second language, but do you have some? I don't even know what to say. Like, do you have some psychological or whatnot? Like, you are speaking very quickly. Like I'm saying it in a good way. I think it's coming off on a bad way, but.
Yeah, sorry. Just I don't know why I speak so fast. I don't know.
No, it's good that you speak so fast. Like it just shows that you really know what's happening and your brain is working really fast. But trust me, ADHD maybe. Does ADHD? Is it something like that? Like.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the first thing you really need to work on. Like slow down the plays. Like as soon as I saw you, I joined the spectate and you literally already had the mulligan gone and everything. I was like, wait, what? And then you fucking played a turn 1 pass, turn 2 pass, and yeah, basically slow down. Because these first turns are really the time where you get to think about what you should be doing, how you should be positioning yourself, and all of that stuff. And also, I noticed on a few turns, you had a somewhat good idea how you should go into those turns, but you still kind of went in a wrong direction kind of deal. Like the turn where you wanted to play your rush weapon guy, we were already very ahead on that board. We already had a very good weapon in hand as well, so that would have been considered as overextending, especially with that minion, because as you said, that is one of your main win conditions. You want your anima extractor to land on it. So holding on to it somewhat religiously, I guess. Like if you hold on to your good minions like that, you don't run the risk of him going with Dirty Rat on it into Patchwork and sniping off all of your charges, rendering you useless, so you can't really connect face from hand.
Makes sense. Yeah, this deck, they're like most. Yeah, when he like patchworks both the weapon and Grom, it's just like.
Yeah, and Olgra as well, because Olgra can also literally do the same thing. So you have 3 shots at him, but you don't really want to be wasting them unless you really had to, and that turn was far from having to do it.
Makes sense.
Yeah, and also the turn where you went with the 1-3 fire guy instead of pyro, that was costing us a huge advantage there, like a real huge advantage. And also on the final turn where you were wanting to play your bridge riff, you were basically closing out all of your mana despite us actually being able to see 1 extra card draw with Acolyte, and if that was a second spell, that would have been huge.
In retrospect, like just fishing for like the second weapon, I guess.
So yeah, all around, first things first, slow down the plays, really think them through. Like don't super overthink them or anything, but just think about it, think about what you're doing, why you're doing it, and what the opponent's gonna do and why. Like try to understand, try to get into the opponent's head, and try to really position yourself correctly into their situation, and also never forget to really double check what he can do against what you just did, because I think you had a good idea there. Like you were thinking about what the DK had on the different turns, so you don't overextend too much, but still against in some of those turns you were thinking about overextending needlessly. It's definitely going to be a different kind of coaching session, but I think you are going to get a good result out of it either way.
As I said, my problem is like sometimes I'm very good and sometimes I'm just complete garbage, and I want to just be like stable around somewhere.
Well, just from one game I can tell you, just force yourself to wait 5 more seconds before you do anything. Like that alone I think is gonna increase your win rate tremendously and your precision in your game exactly. Like exactly what you asked for, precision. Okay, you're against the DH. What are you expecting against yourself?
I'm
You
sorry,
already did the
sorry,
mulligan. Fuck my life.
No, because like,
It
sorry.
was obvious. It was an obvious mulligan. Surely we were always doing this, but
Oh my god, yeah. Okay, okay. See, okay, DH. I think it's either DH, like Relic, or Pick. But I think always I don't want to use my Sun Fury immediately. He can just kill
yeah,
it.
it's
So I'm
always
just,
the one drop here.
yeah.
The Sanguine. But yeah, he could also be Outcast, and he could also be a different kind of relic. The minion-based relic or the spell-heavy relic.
Yeah. The black
Okay.
relic.
What do we do here? Not much.
I think I just because he already attacked phase. If I draw Light of the Phoenix next, I have it for 3. So I think I just armor up. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm down with that. It's nice that you're acknowledging the fact that this guy already damaged you, because yes, if he did not damage you, hero power here might have been actually somewhat not beneficial for us. Okay, well, we already narrowed it down to either one of the Relic DHs. Okay,
I want to just go chorus because I want to find like Acolyte or Anima or something. I don't know.
And how do you win this game? Through big minions on the board? Or what?
Just being ahead on the tempo, usually. Just showing
Being ahead
initiative.
on the tempo. Okay,
I
so
don't
because
wanna-
right now you have the chorus riff, you can decide which one you actually want to be repeating. So definitely think that getting the +3/+3 buff is gonna help us out. So yeah, let's play the chorus riff first. Okay, that is a large girl right there. That is all.
This can help like against phantasms maybe. Oh, it is the minion base.
Okay, it is indeed. I just uploaded a video about this deck. It is definitely interesting. What are we thinking this guy just did?
I think isn't it just always spell, right? I do just play the 1-drop and the 2-drop just to make sure, I guess.
I mean, do you really need to play both of those? Isn't your Sun Fury champion somewhat important in this matchup? Shouldn't we just test with a Ember of Strength and just call it a day? Like, should you really play both?
Yeah, that sounds correct.
I think I just dropped the Ember of Strength here.
Okay, interesting.
And
Very
apparently it's a minion. Fascinating behavior indeed. How are we gonna get rid of that? I guess next turn with the Bridge Rift you're gonna get the Rusher and you can use location on it, so sounds good to me.
And
We're
then,
not
yeah,
really gonna lose anything out of it, so yeah, perfect. So yeah, if you went ahead and wasted your Sun Fury champion there, you wouldn't have really gained much. You would have just
correct.
wasted an extra minion. We don't need to see both outcomes right now just to feel okay about our play, so yeah, right now it's a perfect Bridge Rift. Okay, this is actually annoying.
Yeah, I think Olgra is strong against this, like small phantasms, but I think just curving out, like, especially against this archetype, is important.
I mean, we just gotta play the Bridge Rift, right? Next turn you can do some Sun Fury champion action and just AoE the shit out of this board.
Oh
perhaps.
yes. This
Wait,
is good.
wait.
I want to. I want to attack and just proc it, so I.
So
don't
why
kill
not
my
just
guy.
proc your own guy and get left with a 6-1? Isn't that
It
just
will die.
better? No, it's actually it's no. You're right. Cool. Make it that way.
No, it's okay. Yeah.
I underthinked it, but you're kind of forcing me to underthink things because you're just so quick at everything.
Sorry.
That is not how math works. Locatus has been around the block long enough to know. I am very, very quick at math, but man, am I bad at it. Okay.
I think I wanna. You said next turn this stuff. I wanna. I think. Yeah.
Let's see what the board state is. We were just having an idea of what the next turn might look like, but it doesn't look like it because it's looking different, don't it? Oh man.
The Olgra clears, but he has like always turn 6 is always like Dimensions turn. I don't know.
So how are we gonna do this? You can actually make a finale here, can't you?
Yes.
And we're gonna get a 4 free extra, so that's gonna be huge. So,
I think I wanna drop the Anima, I guess.
yep, Anima, Sun Fury Champion, Embers of Strength, and Verse Rift as a finale gives you the 4 frees, right?
Yeah, that sounds very good.
Let's do it. Delete math from the game. Only literature, right? Okay, there we go. And we kind of don't care if he's gonna have the Reno right now, because fuck that guy. Who cares about that anyway?
Yeah, because then we have the Ultra huge.
And kill another one here as well. Definitely rush into it.
If I don't know. Yeah. Probably,
Yeah, you always rush. Like he's just gonna AoE the shit out of this board. He's gonna be left with
Yeah.
that. It would
But
be actually
what
bad
if
if he does that right now. If he doesn't deal with the 1-3 first.
What I was thinking, just if he didn't dimensions, he probably had like Nerubian Vizier, which would like get triggered by if I killed one of them. But like,
Nah. I mean, he can always make that trade anyway, so you're not denying him anything. You're just giving him options. Whereas here, at least you dealt with free damage from the board, and you kind of don't care if that minion stuck around. And here's why: he's just gonna clear everything anyway.
oh, he wasted it.
Well, is it really a waste? He really needs to get rid of your anima, so I wouldn't call that a
Okay.
waste.
Yeah. Okay, makes sense. Yeah. No.
Yikes. Well, board goes bye-bye, as it should. Okay, what are we doing now?
I mean, Ultra is huge, but maybe I do want the weapon.
Olgra right now is gonna be left at 9 health. This guy already used both his Relics of Extinction, and as long as... No, he actually did not even have his... He already showed us what the discount cards are, so he's not gonna have a discounted 8-mana Zymox. So I think this is not a bad Olgra, and should we even use the Rift here, or is that bait? Because that's just gonna repeat your last Verse Rift, right? Which is kinda mediocre.
That doesn't sound optimal.
So I think you just use Olgra and pass, right? Sitting at in the board with a large girl like this. She's actually even bigger than I said. She's one bigger, so right now it should be pretty hard for him to deal with this.
Maybe if he has like the lifesteal outcast cards, maybe.
Well, he's gonna have to have plenty more where that came from. Not only them, and they're not usually running the I-Beam. They have to discover it. That was his first Illidari study. He's outcasting something, it seems. They don't run too much outcast shit in this deck, though, because it has so many heavy stuff.
Yeah. Second studies.
Shit.
The first lifesteal. I don't know.
What else? Stop. Please. No.
I'm being
not
clean.
consent.
Oh, I love this card.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Yeah, I think we can. I think this is easy.
Oh man, wait a moment. Is that just done? Looks like it.
Yeah.
Easy. Well, that was a fun one. That was definitely one of the better ones, now wasn't it? Cool. QL. Nice. But yeah, again, you saw a little bit of nuances of the initial thought compared to what you actually do when you give it a little more time. Like, I'm also guilty of this. I'm not gonna pretend I don't throw cards like an idiot when I'm playing alone. Like, it's just you gotta remember you're playing to actually climb right now, so you should be really try-harding. You shouldn't half-ass things. You shouldn't just play the first thing that pops in your head. You should just give it a little bit of extra time, and you're gonna really notice that you are gonna change some of the initial plays. Like, so many times, just across these two games, I think you've changed your initial thought at least 5 times. Just out of these two games. So imagine across a 3-hour session how many times you're gonna be doing the less optimal play compared to the first one that pops in your head.
Yeah. Especially, I was just so stuck in the thought that I need to draw a weapon before I use my Sun Fury champion. But like, of course, you pointed out the more optimal play was to just use the anima and the.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's nice to get that weapon. That weapon can be huge in some matchups, but this was not exactly a board-centric matchup either, so with Olgra in hand, I think that was a much better way to spend our mana there. Okay, against another dick. Going first, potential Frosty Boy again. Can you really afford the bird going first?
I mean, if I had the weapon in hand, then surely. But like,
Really? Is it even surely when you're going first?
yeah. Then like weapon into Thori is, I think, is solid most of the
Yeah,
time.
the bird is actually top 3 picks going first.
Yeah.
Top 6 going second. Interesting.
But like,
so do we keep the bird actually? It does say it's a good top 3.
I think so. But like,
Okay.
but I want like attack or something. Okay. I think this is good. This is good.
Real nice. Wow. Well, not wow, because now your instrument deck is kind of useless, but if you never draw instrument deck, it's like the same thing.
I think I just want to slam the anima just to, because there's like no bad buffs.
Okay, do you know what you're playing against already?
I know, but like,
No.
it's better than doing. I think it's better than doing nothing at this point. Like,
No. I mean, do you know what the deck against you is? Is what I'm asking.
It could be literally. It could. I think it's either green or 30 red.
I think it's gonna be I think it's gonna be unholy. Like odds of this being a 30 blood very slim. So you just play around
Then I want to slam the anima. Because,
I think you do, yeah. Anima right now is really nice tempo. And you gotta be solid on the board. Like, right now, if you could trade into Plague Strike, that would be somewhat annoying, but you're still very much ahead.
Yeah. I always felt like this deck was good against Unholy before rotation, just because of...
Oh, he's gonna triple tap it?
Yeah.
Jesus, dude. Harder, daddy. That's great.
It's what it is, yeah.
Okay, the chicken's going nice and plump. Sure. What's better here? Weapon or location armor?
I think it's always weapon, so I have Tori in to swing next turn.
I like it. But we are swinging this turn as well, right? Like, no reason to hold off, especially against an aggro deck like this, so kill the 2-2, yeah.
And because we have 2 weapons, weapon in hand, yeah, that makes sense.
Gotta play what you got. Gotta play the hand. Play the player. Okay, that's mildly annoying, not gonna lie. This is trying to get messy in it.
I can just play a bot and the depths.
I feel like you're not wrong. Yeah, let's maybe do that. It's not a great situation for us to just Belor. So
maybe I proc, because again it's turn 4, so it lines up perfectly with the Grom on 8.
I like it. I like it. Proc your 3/3 and kill the 2/1 with the weapon.
Yeah.
And if he makes a value trade in it, so be it. He's getting an extra 3/3, but then the chicken starts going.
Yeah.
They need our care. Now
Yeah.
This Olgra is gonna be nice and fat real soon.
The legendary card that's actually epic.
Okay, it's a perfect Bellori turn indeed. This 2/5 die-in, perfection.
Oh yes. This is, and I can set up with this turn.
Exactly, next turn.
6 Ultra, and then I can weapon and pyro and embers on turn 7 for like ultimate value.
Looking good, looking good. Let's see it.
But I wonder if I should just swing face this turn.
I mean, you don't have a great target, so might as well.
Yeah, okay. Sounds good.
Because next turn Olgra anyway is gonna slap everything else silly, so why bother?
Oh, yeah. He is probably setting up for the... Okay, never mind. I was thinking about the...
Yeah, the taunts would have been funny here, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
They would have been a hoot. Fun fact, Olgra used to actually attack face first every time, but they changed her, and now she attacks randomly. I think she used to attack in the order in which minions have gotten played on the board, but now she's just random, right?
Yeah. Oh, that would be super OP.
Wait a moment, because this guy gave us a miserable situation now.
No.
Should we actually just AoE the shit out of this?
He felt... No, we play Sun Fury, Empress, and Axe. It's turn 6. This is what we do always.
Okay,
It's not even
okay,
it just
okay.
it's automatic. If we get the sports state, it's so automatic.
Yeah.
Then like yeah.
Okay, where's the weapon going?
I think the weapon is just
I
going
think
into
you
the
misplayed though.
cascade.
You should have traded your chicken first into the 4-free. You should have traded the
then-
chicken first, and that would have revived it for you right now.
Then I would have had to relocation the chicken.
I think it would have been worth it though.
Let's see.
So now how are we doing it?
What I can't do, I think I can leave this.
Yeah,
I
but
can leave this like this.
you shouldn't have, because that's still giving him an extra minion. But I guess you can just poke it down with location to narrow the board states, and you need to be trading here because he could have a hero power into Great Strength into GG. So I think we could have positioned ourselves a bit better this turn.
Yeah, because like ultimate tempo with the more Thoris.
Mm-hmm. Tori
makes
slapping twice was more important than not wasting location on her.
You're most likely correct. Yeah.
So yeah, you said it's always auto, you always do that, but I can guarantee you nothing's auto in this game. You always have to think about all the aspects before you start the play, and this is a great example.
I was thinking that was the first play I thought was like attacking and proccing with location, but then I thought, oh, why should I kill my Thoripilor first? That doesn't make any sense. I could just have a larger Thoripilor immediately.
Yeah, but it's not doesn't matter because it's large, because you just traded it anyway, so who cares how large it is? It's just he can just trade it with his 2-free right now, or just Plague Strike through the taunts or whatnot.
Yeah.
He could even steal it right now, like he can literally Sylvanas it. Ever thought about that? That'd be real shit. Like he can literally Sylvanas onto it if he has it infused and steal it.
Sylvanas is way too slow, and he's already left the game.
Is it? I mean, I know he already left the game, but this situation could have been very different.
I think Sylvanas is all okay. I
It
don't know.
wouldn't have been great for him, but I think we can all agree that if you had traded twice with the chicken, it would have been far better.
You're correct. You're objectively correct.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly true. Takes one to know one. I've also lost, I've lost with Pure Power against Sylvanas super hard. Like, I went into 11-11 Divine Shield taunt, and dude just yeeted it. And GG on the spot. But I think Shadow Priest also feels like an okay matchup, as long as they don't Giga High roll you with turn 2 or turn 3 free on Reborn minions and such.
So, if we assume that this is Control Priest, maybe I just keep the whole hand.
It actually makes some sense, right? Getting extra bridge rifts like this, I think, actually does hold some merit. Okay.
Ha. No.
Yikes. Ha! Got you. You're welcome, by the way. Fucking hell. Well, that's just what I was experiencing. Oh god. At least there was no Undying Allies involved here. Oh, that's cute. So, should we just put another location and just riff it? Would be nice for us to have this 1-mana rift to repeat the other rifts, but
No, I think it's worth it. Like having next turn we have another Words Rift, so I think that's actually just tempo, you know.
That's gonna give you an extra 2 damage for next turn as well, so that might work out lovely. Yeah, let's do that. Hey, how's it going, Peaceful Sea? How's my son doing? He's doing alright. He's going into the age where he actually enjoys kicking ball with me, which is nice. Took him a while, but now he's enjoying a little ball shenanigans. Okay, well that didn't help too much, but we can still just poke it after you face trade, right? So yeah, Chorus Rift, your face goes into the 2-3 and you use 1 location to poke. Sounds good to me. Do I ever sleep? These are the questions that keep me up at night. Do I ever sleep?
Nah, good one. I felt it would be impolite if I didn't laugh, so.
Oh, for sure. Okay, let's think a little longer here. Do we ever want to try and hold back on playing this Chorus Rift so we can try and have a better Bridge Rift next turn, or is it just too much loss of tempo?
If I get like 4 mana 7/7 with the Chorus Rift, I think it's good.
Even if you get 4 mana,
Like
7,
instrument
7,
deck
you
even.
say. Would
Like-
be great, yeah.
And like it's
Mm.
4 mana 3/5.
Yeah,
is
yeah,
like
yeah,
good
let's
either
do
way.
it like that. It's just
Yeah.
way too good.
Okay,
Draw a bunch of
nice.
cool dudes. Wow, this Olgra is very efficient at getting drawn like that, isn't she? Well,
It sure
new
does appear
objective,
that way.
survive till turn 6 and 7. That's all it takes.
You don't know what you're asking about. This Shadow Priest is scary.
Yeah, they can. I mean, I've coached plenty of Shadow. I know what they do and what not. I think we're in a good spot
I
here,
understand.
though. Like, riffing into the 5/4 and still having a taunt should be... We should
it
be
just
able to
insta-riff?
live.
Is it
Yeah.
insta-riff?
Yeah, riff into the 5/4 and just...
Okay.
Do we even
That
locate...
doesn't,
Actually, we could even consider trading the egg, shouldn't we? Like, trading our egg into his for free.
Yeah, and then we
No,
location like-
not
okay.
that. What are you doing, Step Bro?
Oh my god.
For
Yeah,
free
no,
into
that
the
w-
5/4 and 3/5 into the 4/3, right?
Yeah, that was my default thought process. I misunderstood you. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah,
But,
let's get
yeah.
rid of the 4/3 as well, and this is only punishing us if he has the 5 mana guy.
Which he always has.
It's not something you should
I'm very
assume
I'm-
like
I'm-
that,
I'm-
but it does
I'm
look like
sorry,
he does have
pessimistic.
it.
I'm so pessimistic against
He
this deck.
fucking
You don't
top
even
decked
know.
it. He did not even have it. He literally top decked it right now.
Oh.
Fuck you, bloody. Okay, well this Olgra is gonna be nice and large though. Can we make her
Yeah.
even larger?
No, not.
Do we
not-
need to make her even larger?
We can't make it even larger without like hurting our chances. What he
Yeah.
has
Is that the
15
play?
damage. He has 15 damage. We have 12 health. There are some instances where, like, if it attacks like both, if it doesn't attack the Shadow Spirit or the Rotting Necromancer last, it dies. But otherwise, we can full clear either way.
Okay, whip that out. Let's see what happens. Nice, not so nice.
Yes, yes,
nice.
yes,
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 queen.
yes, yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
Okay, and now just that can take one for the team. And should we even use location here?
Yep.
It's gonna get it in range, so yeah, it's just face. No. I think it's just
Are you
face.
sure?
I mean,
you sure? Okay.
it's.
Okay.
I think
sure.
I'm
No
sure.
problem.
Like right now,
No
he has the 5 mana clear. That's somewhat annoying because you cannot go with Remornia, but now you can because he's such a cool dude.
Yes.
Okay.
He's a cool dude indeed.
Perfection.
We can also weapon, Sun Fury, draw, and then we have damage.
It's always Remornia, dude. What do you mean?
No, because like then we leave Remornia on board. I don't know. I usually
It's a
save
fucking
Remornia.
Shadow Priest. What can he do? He does not even have discover random bullshit crap. So
Yeah,
the
that's
only
true, that's
thing. Why did you not use location, bro?
Why should I use location? I want it for run.
What do you want it for? For the defeat screen? Like that was +4 right now. Why are you wasting damage? You definitely should have used locations here.
Okay, I see. Understandable.
Don't,
That's cool.
like, you should get a
that's
better
cool.
understanding of this Shadow Priest matchup. Shadow Priest does not have a way to deal with a tall target,
Okay.
not unless you actually have some way to kill, because
understand.
they do not have tall removal. They only have wide 4 damage AoE, and they have what you have. Like, they could discover some shit from you. Not even discover, just get a random copy of a card from your deck.
Okay, I
So
see.
unless you're very, very scared, like unless you're playing something that has plenty of removal, like a Control Priest, you should assume he does not have a way to deal with that large blade right now. So it was always double location on it, and going for the big boy damage, and yeah, like, how is he dealing with such a tall target?
I guess it's sort of a bad habit for me. I usually try to save my locations for like my brain is just like you must have locations for turn
Okay,
8,
so
else you are
this
going.
is another
Yeah,
aspect you need to work on. You need to be thinking outside the box. You need to stop picking. You need to stop playing in ways that are limited by you. Like your cards work in so many different ways, and this deck is just insanely versatile. Like locations can be so many things. You can ping out. Your card
Very
draw
nuanced.
guy. You can ping out his minions. You can do so many things. So location, sure,
Yeah.
best case scenario it would be that, but you did not have what you were keeping these locations
Yeah,
for.
yeah.
You didn't have Grow Mash in hand or anything, so I can't really justify this reasoning behind
I
it.
shouldn't be afraid of Warlock, but it's so scary to play against Warlock.
I'm not against being afraid of Warlock nowadays, because if it's a Thaddeus Warlock, it's basically if the guy has the cards you lose kind of deal, and there's nothing you can do about it.
I just want to go fast. I want to just keep the egg, hope to God I get location or...
Do we ever consider this guy to be a Fatigue Imp Warlock, however?
If that's the case, maybe I need the
Exactly.
Sunfury to get the
Exactly.
fire spell.
That's what I'm trying to make you think about.
Of course. I was just immediately. My brain was just. It is Thaddeus. It cannot be anything else. But of course.
Right now, Fatigue is actually gaining some good popularity. So Chorus Riff is not a keep here, right?
You like this, Mulligan?
Just a couple of 1-drops, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that. We are going second as well. Oh wow, a fire spell. You shouldn't have Hearthstone. Thanks. Okay, Fatigue he is. How should we approach it now? It's still just egg, right? You can't really float your Sunfury like that. He did keep everything, by the way, so prepare your anus.
Now, he will probably have Circle of Imps next turn, and then I can answer.
It'd be a damn shame if he does, because so far we still don't have the great... I mean, yeah, we will have a good answer soon, so it's just a hero power, right?
Yeah. I can coin Sunfury if he tries to Imps.
Exactly.
There's, like, against Imp block, this deck can be very, like, tilting, so, like... Because,
okay,
like,
now we're not super happy, though. Ooh, that's gonna help soon. Let's think a little. Next turn we know for a fact we're playing Bridge Rift, so should we just...
We can also just Arcane Intellect.
That's what I'm thinking as well, because wasting the Rift right now is denying you the possibility to actually have it as a repeater for the other guy next turn, so maybe you just Phoenix here, yeah. Okay.
But like I feel like I don't know.
We're very far behind.
I'm in this mind state where I'm already losing. How can this be?
We kind of are, and he's dumping like shit. Like he kept his entire hand and he played it on turn 4. So what else would it be? But
coin
yeah,
rift.
Feels like the Bridge Rift is too slow for us. But coin Bridge Rift, and next turn if you top deck another Bridge Rift, maybe there is a chance.
Yeah.
Where are we smashing the Bridge Rift?
I want to just smash into the biggest imp. I don't know.
I
don't
think you're
give...
correct. I mean, the Librarian could get even bigger than this, but at this point, if this guy just keeps on smashing, shouldn't we just take the risk and pretend he doesn't? I don't know, man. He probably does have, though.
Because, like,
probably does have. If he plays a couple of imps, more than a couple of imps, that was the worst trade, but... if he doesn't, maybe it's fine.
I have either way. I have the repeat Bridge Rift next turn with armor, with hero power core shift.
Yeah, like, you do, which is not amazing. However, like we are quite behind. Okay, but it was correct us trading the 4/4 because that was effectively -1 damage. Okay, that's exactly what you wanted to top deck. That is exactly why we were setting up like this. Let's fucking go. And let's think a little. Where do we riff?
Does he have AoE this deck?
He's not supposed to. I mean, he does have Fatigue AoE, which is 3 damage right now.
Oh, so it doesn't really matter if I go in. Maybe I go into the Imp Gang bosses immediately because
it's gonna leave him with a couple of 1/1s. If he has location, it might be weird.
I have 2 taunts either way, but like
you do, but he also has. What does he also have? I don't know, man. I think you take care of one of the free frees and one Imp Gang boss.
Okay, sounds good.
Alternatively, you could have taken care of the Imp Gang boss and the 1/1 it comes out, so you have an extra minion on the board, but like we established, he has 3 damage AoE right now. He has access to it.
This skin is very cool.
Okay.
Like that he is playing.
Put that on a t-shirt and sell it. Cool kid. Alrighty. Still no fire spells.
If we top deck Emperors, we're good.
Wait a goddamn second, Chief. That's an extra. That's an extra thing. Let's
I
think a
can
little.
axe-
Let's think a little. You're
axe
very close
0.5.
to lethal. Don't you have lethal?
Oh, what? Am I close to lethal? Oh, that's crazy. I
You
have.
fucking
I have,
have lethal, don't you?
Yes, I have lethal. That's
Yep.
correct. Oh my god, that's crazy. Oh my god.
Don't forget the verse rift.
Yeah,
I guess
yeah.
you can hero power verse rift for the lulz.
Oh wow, that's super cool lethal,
Easy.
man.
Alrighty.
Like. Oh wow, thank you. I had no chance of seeing the lethal.
Yeah, you don't wanna keep yourself in a tunnel vision situation. Like, yes, we were in a super shitty spot, but right now we were matching this man's board and we were actually having some real nice stuff. But
because like
yeah.
I had the axe like already infused, so it was mega damage.
Exactly.
Like this deck like deals so much damage like out of nowhere, and I always forget that.
Like, if you take anything out of this session, it's take 5 extra fucking seconds on your plays, especially when it's looking a little bit more complicated than it seems.
Yeah. Like because like I think it's just I think basically it's just so much eco, because like when I did the heroic time pearl, I just was automatic, just super fast, and I was like, oh my god, I can only make good plays, but like of course that's just hubris and eco. So.
I think I understood what you said. You kind of went real fast over my head there, but yeah, I get it. You just gotta slow down, man. Like, doesn't matter if somebody's watching you or not. You're not like on the fucking Grandmasters right now. You're not like Gabby jamming there. Just take the extra seconds, really go through your plays and really try to improve on them. Not just like you use the terms, this is such an autoplay. There is no autoplays in Hearthstone. There's always something extra to think about.
I'm very like I have a tendency to just tunnel vision so much, and just oh, this is the play.
I also tunnel vision. Like, I'm not gonna pretend I haven't missed lethals like this, but just taking a step back, really taking the extra time, it just goes to show it's always helping.
Yeah,
okay,
this is why, whenever I've had like coaching sessions, this is always the thing I find like the most helpful is like someone just telling me slow down, take your time. Yeah.
But did you listen? Not on my watch.
No. So because I have my tendencies, of course, and I fall back into my tendencies. So just having regularly, it's doesn't hurt me, I guess.
Okay, so what are you thinking
here? Of course, I've won so many games in a row, so it's obvious. So yeah, it's obviously very helpful. I want to kick the cursive, but like maybe I don't because I already have a board presence.
I'm okay with holding the whole thing. Sure, that can work. So what other coaches have you used, if you don't mind me asking?
Dragon.
I know most of them.
Rider.
Who?
No, Dragon Rider. She's a
Dragon Rider? Yeah, she was a GM caster, right?
Yes, she's very nice, and like
that's cool.
It was very cool to have her coach me.
Yeah, sounds awesome. Anybody else we know, or?
No.
Okay, well, yeah, it's pretty cool. Let's think a little now. He has... Oh, well, I mean, it's just gonna be Sanguine into Verse Riff, right? You can't really allow him to get this, can you?
Do I even want to use the Verse Riff, is the question.
The thing is, next turn you're gonna get to repeat it again. You are against an aggro matchup, so I think you do. You don't want to fall too far behind here.
Yes, that makes sense.
So yeah, location, Verse Riff, and you kill it. Wait a moment. Let's just take a little step back here.
No, what I was thinking is if I just use my location on the egg, do I even need the Verse Riff? But your logic makes sense.
I think it's still worth it. You want to be versatile for next turn. Get it? Versatile?
Yeah.
Versatile. But do we still use location here, or do we just hold on for a potential anima extractor? I don't know. Let's just hold.
If I get weapon next turn, maybe I use the location and weapon. I don't know.
I mean, it's still gonna be 2 damage loss for us here, but still sounds good to me. Yeah, riff it. That's not the worst thing to get buffed.
And the question is again: do I wanna trade and go face, or do I wanna save the location?
What are we doing next turn is the real question. Answering yourself, what are you doing next turn, should help you figure out what you're doing this turn. You are trading here, that's for sure with that, but are we using location?
What can I possibly draw that helps me? Do I draw Acolyte. Then I want to save it. Do I draw?
Because 2 damage extra to his face, is that really gonna make or break this game?
Not
Yeah.
prepared.
It's kinda iffy, because
Blind.
this is the second turn we're missing extra damage. Next turn it's turn 3 for him, what is he gonna do? I
Nope,
think you
but
use
like-
it, man, let's just use it.
Okay.
Let's use it and
Okay.
start slapping. Thank you for the follow, Lando.
The more you struggle, the better.
Cassie? You mean Gabby? Oh boy.
I wanna just throw them out there to just get a massive minion, and then I'll be just like Miracle Rogue, just have a 5 mana fucking 11/13 or something.
Is that the play, or should we consider maybe the Sun Fury into the 3 mana Griff? Is that ever a consideration?
Yeah, that's that's okay. Yeah, that's nasty good. That's actually
Okay,
nasty.
so you're gonna draw a couple of +3/+3s like that,
Yeah.
and next turn you can really
Yeah.
start popping. Because right now these animals are cool and all, but he just played a Nerubian Vizier, which is active, so next turn he could have some clean trades like 6 damage lifesteal, like transform into a 4/5, things like that. So I think I like
And
the
of
Sun
course-
Fury champion here.
And of course, it's just a 1 mana 4/6. Why wouldn't you play a 1 mana 4/6?
Sounds about right to me.
Okay, this is good. This is yeah. This is good. Do I
That's
want
not.
to trade or
It
go-
requires fire spells, so we're not. No, you just go face here. Like, why would we trade
okay,
into
okay.
a half trade
Yeah.
here?
Yeah, make them trade into us, I guess.
Yeah,
But like
still.
what I was saying, this is the nuts because I can use my instrument tag and have a weapon. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, Chad is trying to help.
I'm not
Okay.
watching stream. Should I be watching the stream to read the chat?
Chad is amusing from time to time. Chad has saved a lot of games. Not this time though. Okay.
And the chat is the best.
Oh
Of course, chat
god.
always-
Well, that's
chat is always correct.
unfortunate.
Chat is always correct. I'm just saying it to make chat love me, but chat is always correct.
Yeah. Okay, now we're fucked.
Are we? If we, I
Well,
think that's just,
he definitely
I just-
made a huge swing here, that's for sure. Yeah, I guess you
I-
whip out a weapon here, and
yeah.
what else is happening though? We're drawing the weapon, but are we equipping the weapon? And if we equip it, are we even swinging? Like, what's happening here?
I think we swing. I think we just need board presence. I think we just proc and swing. Then we have a 6/6, right? And a weapon. I don't know. Like and see. I think next time, if we get a 2 mana spell, we can use Pyro and Anima. But like if we don't, it's so clunky. If we try to like save the weapon, I don't know. But like, what would you do next turn?
I'm wondering if you ever actually just drop an Anima Extractor plus second location right now, just so you give him a reason to do something with it. Because if he just freezes your board right now with a Might of Manifuel, that's gonna be disgusting for us. And it's not gonna matter that you have a large minion on the board.
Okay.
Let's put Anima Extractor plus one more location and use one location on the Anima Extractor, I think. There we
Okay, do you
go.
want to just do you want to pass
Just
this?
one, I think, is enough. Gives
Okay.
him a awkward situation.
Yeah. Okay.
Because right now, if he just weapons and ignores this, next turn you can really pop off with the Pyromancer, and it requires a good top deck, however, but if you force him to trade 4 here, I think it's a good situation for us.
Okay. Okay.
He actually has Frost Strike, why did he just Frost Strike in the first place?
I mean, if we see the resulting turn like last turn was very good, so maybe it didn't need to Frost Strike.
Perhaps. Shit, man, shit. Okay.
We can try to swing the board with like Anima.
I think you gotta put both the small minions on the board and just poke the 4/1 hero power. Does that sound correct? No, not that. Not that.
I
What?
see. And then I have advantage on board. He has turn 6. If he Marrow Manipulators, I have options. I don't know.
I kinda think the Pyromancer play was a bit better, but I guess this
Oh,
was a
you-
close second.
Oh, You didn't want to use the weapon, I see. Sorry,
No,
sorry,
I don't.
sorry.
I don't think it was a weapon turn for us. I think you just played both the 3/6 plus the 6/5 and hero power and still poked the 4/1, and that was the whole thing. Just leaving him with 3 damage on the board, but you had a couple of good minions. Because this is a Frigadara turn for them. He could have also Marrow manipulated, so having a couple of chunky dudes. Okay, there's the Might of Manifold. Please, for the love of God, top deck a goddamn spell. Just once. Please be cool, okay?
Oh yeah, Bridge Whip would be nice here.
That would also be lovely indeed, even though now we're in 7 territory, so... Finally, but is that even good anymore?
Let's go!
Wait a moment, is that even good?
I think it's value. We skip, we don't use the pyro, and we just use the...
Don't we though? If you drop everything, everything gets... Then again, I mean...
Let's see.
If you use everything right now, isn't it still just better?
Yeah, probably. Okay, sure.
Okay, yeah. Pyro Ember, weapon swings, and hero power. Because now it's turn 7 territory for him, but this is still decently large board.
I'm not scared of because I have so much health and I have infinite charge minions that I can.
Yeah, but if he chains 2 7/7s, maybe a Might of Manifold again, you will start being scared real fucking soon.
Yeah.
Because right now he can face straight a 4/4, 5 damage to another 4/4, next turn Might of Manifold again.
Yeah, sounds good.
And I think that's what he's doing.
Yeah. He has drawn a lot of frost spells, so.
Yeah. We know he discovered an extra frost card, that could be another Might of Manifold. This is far from optimal for us. Oh god. Hero power is obviously happening. Do we just swing to buff these up? No reason for an extra wild pyro, I think.
I think what I'm thinking is just swing and hope for the best.
Yeah, just swing and pass, save the pyro for I don't even know what, but...
Just Bridge Shift, I guess.
Also Roaring Applause, also Light of the Phoenix maybe, we'll see. Okay, he's trading.
That's good.
Another 5er though. I think he should have just gone face here.
That's 10 damage, that it doesn't go face.
Okay, there's the thing. If this actually draws us a spell for this Wild Pyro, it could be amazing. Come on, baby. That's something. Wait a moment.
I don't have enough mana to do it.
Yeah, you can't final it. Should we use another location on the free tour?
I want to wait for Grum.
Risky?
I really want to wait for Grum. I don't see a way I can close the distance without Grum in this instance. I don't know.
I mean, you do still have another location in there, so there's that.
Yeah,
but,
yeah. What can I draw that would be maybe Ultra would be better, but that's 1 in 13, so.
Even if you top deck a 1 mana egg, at least you're gonna repeat your riff. What was the last riff though? It was the draw +3, right?
Yeah, so it would be optimal to repeat
if it gives you a fire spell card draw, that would be insane though. Try using it. Try using it.
Yeah. Okay, this is decent. I think I just wanna riff this and trade.
Yeah, riff into the 1/2 and that's all.
Yeah.
But maybe we should have just riffed and used location on that to kill the 5/5.
Does he have that much more damage from hand?
Not really, but still. I guess this was fine. He can still Frigadara here, that would be disgusting.
I'm not necessarily trying to justify my play, I'm just saying
No, we're discussing here, we're not... No need to be defensive about it here. Okay, there's that Frigadara.
3 card draw, thank you.
Oh. You're welcome, -5 damage, mister. Okay, we have some lethal outs going.
Yeah. Yeah, like Remornia Hero Power Verse Riff, we can repeat the Bridge Riff, and we can go 7 damage 5.
Oh man, there's the man, but even with the location, it wouldn't have been enough right now.
I wanna Remornia and just so I can repeat the Bridge Riff.
But let's think about potentially not using Hero Power but Pyromancer instead.
So I can kill the hardcore. Oh yeah, so I can trade also in the Frikitara. Oh, that's nasty.
Exactly. Wait a moment, though.
nasty.
Wait a moment. How can we make it nastier? You gotta really precise this, because it does involve some risks. Not risks, but indecencies.
Do I care about 2 extra HP? Like, I think that do I care about trading into the Frikitara, or do I more care about the 2 HP? I guess I would rather trade the Frikitara. Right.
Okay, okay. Wild Pyro, Remornia into the 5/5, right?
Yeah, and then Riff.
Riff.
So I get 7 damage
yes,
face
and just go face, and yeah, I think you do kill the Frigidara as well.
with the weapon. And then I have another swing
That's
next
about
turn.
it. Yep,
And
exactly,
it's most
perfect.
likely lethal. Most likely.
So
lethal.
yeah, that is why we had to wait a little extra seconds so we can actually precise that the Pyro doesn't fuck things up too much for us. Looking good. Grown from hand. Looking solid.
No, what's he doing?
I don't care. Oh no, anyway.
I was being very dramatic sarcastically because he can't do anything.
Yeah.
Maybe what can he discover that's like a taunt or something?
I don't think
Do they
there's
run
anything
after
worth
that?
mentioning here.
If they run Asta, okay, never mind, they don't have mana for Asta, will be them.
Got him good. Well, that was looking like a pretty shitty game for us. He definitely had us in the first half, not gonna lie.
The swing turn. Yeah.
Okay. Chromash GG.
You will have to wait a bit longer.
See,
for
you
your
still
next game.
you still got to wait to play your precious location ground combo.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You can't really save your locations forever unless you literally have Chromash in hand right now. You gotta.
Again, this is again my weakness playing this deck. I'm much too like, oh, my locations, I must keep them instead of just using them for damage because that's
this is another major section of your gameplay you might wanna really try to improve. Like, take an extra few seconds and also think outside the box. Do not limit your plays in the traditional normal plays. Like, this deck is far from a straightforward, fundamental, traditional type of Hearthstone. You want to keep an open mind and really do some nasty ass shit, comboing off your locations, your Pyromancers, your 1/3s, like so many different ways. It's quite the complicated deck actually when you think about it. So many different things you could be doing. Yeah, a lot of math. Like I was having such a fat brain fart on that last turn with Remornia Pyro, but I knew there was something to be done there for some extra benefit.
Yeah.